This audio reading is from the book John Ploughman's Pictures by Charles Spurgeon. Our selected reading is Chapter 7. A handsaw is a good thing, but not to shave with. Our friend will cut more than he will eat, and shave off something more than hair, and then he will blame the saw. His brains don't lie in his beard, nor yet in the skull above it, or he would see that his saw will only make saws. There's sense in choosing your tools, for a pig's tail will never make a good arrow, nor will his ear make a silk purse. You can't catch rabbits with drums, nor pigeons with plums. A good thing is not good out of its place. It is much the same with lads and girls. You can't put all boys to one trade, nor send all girls to the same service. One chap will make a London clerk, and another will do better to plough and sow and reap and mow and be a farmer's boy. It's no use forcing them. A snail will never run a race, nor a mouse drive a wagon. Send a boy to the well against his will. The pitcher will break and the water spill. With unwilling hounds it is hard to hunt hares. To go against nature and inclination is to row against wind and tide. They say you may praise a fool till you make him useful. I don't know so much about that, but I do know that if I get a bad knife, I generally cut my finger, and a blunt axe is more trouble than profit. No, let me shave with a razor if I shave at all, and do my work with the best tools I can get. Never set a man to work he is not fit for he will never do it well. They say that if pigs fly, they always go with their tails forward, and awkward workmen are much the same. Nobody expects cows to catch crows or hens to wear hats. There's reason in roasting eggs, and there should be reason in choosing servants. Don't put a round peg into a square hole, nor wind up your watch with a corkscrew, nor set a tender-hearted man to whip wife-beaters, nor a bear to be a relieving officer, nor a publican to judge of the licensing laws. Get the right man in the right place, and then all goes as smooth as skates on ice, but the wrong man puts all awry, as the sow did when she folded the linen. It is a temptation to many to trust them with money. Don't put them to take care of it if you ever wish to see it again. Never set a cat to watch cream, nor a pig to gather peaches, for if the cream and the peaches go a-missing, you will have yourself to thank for it. It is a sin to put people where they are likely to sin. If you believe the old saying that when you set a beggar on horseback he will ride to the devil, don't let him have a horse of yours. If you want a thing well done, do it yourself, and pick your tools. It is true that a man must row with such oars as he has, but he should not use the boat-hook for a paddle. Take not the tongs to poke the fire, nor the poker to put on the coals. A newspaper on Sunday is as much out of place as a warming pan on the 1st of August, or a fan on a snowy day. The Bible suits the Sabbath a deal better. He who tries to make money by betting uses a wrong tool, and is sure to cut his fingers. As well hope to grow golden pippins on the bottom of the sea as to make gain among gamblers if you are an honest man. Hard work and thrifty habits are the right razor. Gambling is a handsaw. Some things want doing gently, and telling a man of his faults is one of them. You would not fetch a hatchet to break open an egg, nor kill a fly on your boy's forehead with a sledgehammer, and so you must not try to mend your neighbour's little fault by blowing him up sky-high. Never fire off a musket to kill a midge, and don't raise a hue and cry about the half of nothing. Do not throw away a saw because it is not a razor, for it will serve your turn another day, and cut your ham-bone, if it won't shave off your stubble. A whetstone, though it cannot cut, may sharpen a knife that will. A match gives little light itself, but it may light a candle to brighten up the room. Use each thing and each man according to common sense, and you will be uncommonly sensible. You don't milk horses nor ride cows, and by the same rule you must make of every man what he is meant for, and the farm will be as right as a trivet. Everything has its use, but no one thing is good for all purposes. The baby said, "The cat crew and the cock rocked the cradle, but old folks knew better. The cat is the best at mousing and the cock at rousing. That's for that, as salt is for herrings, and sugar for gooseberries, and Nan for Nicholas. Don't choose your tools by their looks, for that's best which does best. A silver trowel lays very few bricks. You cannot curry a horse with a tortoise-shell comb, or fell oaks with a penknife, or open oysters with a gold toothpick. Fine is not so good as fit when work is to be done. A good workman will get on pretty well with a poor tool, and a brave soldier never lacks a weapon. Still, the best is good enough for me, and does not care to use a clumsy tool because it looks pretty. Better ride on an ass that carries you than on a steed which throws you. It is far better to work with an old-fashioned spade which suits your hand than with a new-fangled invention you don't understand. In trying to do good to your fellow-men, the gospel is out of sight the best instrument to work with. The new doctrine, which they call modern thought, is nothing better than a handsaw, and it won't work a bit. This fine knew nothing of a gospel would not save a mouse, nor move the soul of a tomtit. But the glorious gospel of Jesus Christ is suited to man's need, and by God's grace does its work famously. Let every preacher and teacher keep to it, for they will never find a better. Try to win men with its loving words and precious promises, and there's no fear of labour in vain. Some praise the balm of Gilead, or man's morality. Many try the Roman salve, or the oil of Babylon, and others use a cunning ointment mixed by learned philosophers. But for his own soul's wounds and for the hurts of others, John Ploughman knows but one cure, and that is given gratis by the good physician to all who ask for it. A humble faith in Christ Jesus will soon bring you this sovereign remedy. Use no other, for no other is of use. This concludes Chapter 7. Thank you for listening.